G'day folks. Well, my little toys arrived today, all the way from China. It's a Roland SC-88 VL sound canvas. Now, for those of you who don't know, basically what this box essentially does is allows you to use a keyboard like that, Ashton UMK 49 key keyboard via a MIDI connection, which stands for Musical Instrument Digital Interface, into this. Now, this allows me to, I don't know if you can see that very well, I'm still only using the phone, but I can alter it between different instruments. So if I hit the instrument button, you'll see currently it's set to vibraphone, marimba, xylophone, tubular bell, etc, etc. But I can also use all the other functions, which I'll do another separate video on later on, and make the instrument sound however I want it to sound, essentially creating an orchestra in a tin box. But I'm sure a lot of you actually want to see what's inside this contraption. Well, we're going to do a first time ever non-destructive equipment autopsy and find out. I'll just pop the screws out of it, loosen the cover, and then I'll continue with the video. Alright guys, well there's 4 screws at the sides, there's 2 here, and 2 here, and 1 on the back. You can see the little tab there. So if I remove the cover, there's quite a fair bit to it. You've got the ROM chip there, rectifiers, I'm going to assume, or they're probably some form of voltage regulation, I'd say. There's your MIDI sockets there, cable going out to the front panel, the LCD, like a BIOS battery. I'm going to guess that's for remembering all your configurations. It's quite warm in here. I have noticed it does run quite hot. It's the Roland logo on the main board there. These are actually upgradable as well via this mod chip. Like the chip, you can actually get the SC-88 Pro ROM and essentially create a Pro version of this, which is much more instruments. This is the VL, so in other words it's the middle model. There's the SC-88, the SC-88 VL, and the SC-88 Pro. Yeah, so just thought I'd pop the cover and give you a bit of a tour of what it looks like. I will do a video once I work out what its issue is. It's got a problem at the moment where it only seems to like to play one instrument and one instrument only, regardless of what I select the instrument to be. I don't know if it's a configuration problem or not, but I'll soon work it out. If anyone's got any suggestions, drop me an inbox or comment on the video, and I'm happy to try things out. But yeah, until I work out what's going on with this, I'm a little disappointed because I'd like to have some fun. These things can do sound effects and all sorts of things. All the games of the 90s, like most of the Sierra games, I don't know if you remember games like Castle Dr. Brain and King's Quest and all those sorts of games were actually created, like the music for those games were created with one of these, the SC-88 VL as a matter of fact. So yeah, they are quite a powerful piece of equipment, and once I get it set up properly through Fruity Loops, it's going to be fantastic, because you can also use it via the serial port here, and you can use the switch to tell it how you're using the port. At the moment it's all the way to the left for MIDI, but you can use that serial port and configure it much further. I believe you can actually install other instruments onto this ROM, because it's a readable, writable chip, I think. But as its memory bank there, it's got a 128 meg onboard RAM, I think. So yeah, it's quite get it out there. It's quite configurable. So yeah. Oh well, I'll get this uploaded so you can have a look, and I'll get back to having a play with this. Thanks for watching.